As summer's begun to heat up across the U.S., it made me think about a really interesting question I heard during the National No-Tillage Conference last January. USDA researcher Jerry Hatfield was doing a presentation, and he said he had a farmer ask him an interesting question. He said, if you knew what the weather was going to be during the growing season, would you farm differently? Now, obviously, nobody can guarantee what the weather's going to be like from one growing season to the next. Perhaps the only thing that no-tillers can control are their management decisions, and one big decision is whether or not you're going to see cover crops. A recent survey that we took a look at of 750 farmers shows that those who seeded cover crops ahead of corn and soybeans were rewarded with more bushels per acre versus fields without covers. In this survey, average corn yields after cover crops were 126 bushels an acre compared to 115 bushels for fields without covers. And in soybeans, yields for cover crop fields came in at 47 bushels an acre compared to 42 bushels without covers. This survey was done by the Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education Group and the Conservation Technology Information Center. They think these yield differences are likely due to increased shading action of the cover crops and better moisture holding capacity of cover crop fields because of higher levels of organic matter. With the average U.S. monthly corn price at $6.77 a bushel last October, that's an extra $74 an acre that was left on the table by corn growers who didn't use cover crops. For soybeans at $14.20 a bushel that same month, that's $71 an acre that was unrealized. The survey also found that farmers with 3 or more years of experience using cover crops had an increase in corn and soybean yields. In corn, it was an 11% increase, and in soybeans, it was 13% compared to those with less than 3 years of experience who had 6% and 11% respectively, which shows that if you stick with cover crops for a while, it can pay off even further. To look at net profit, you'd have to calculate the establishment cost for your individual farm, including the seeding method, the equipment, fuel and labor costs, and the cover crop seed costs. But all things being equal, if you have another drought coming at your door, if you don't use cover crops, can you really afford to lose up to $72 an acre again? I think looking at these numbers helps to illustrate the benefits that do come from cover crops if you can find a way to get them on your farm. Thanks for listening, and make it a successful day.